My jealous sister sabotaged my wedding and stole my fiancé out of pure spite, so I spent years building the perfect revenge that shattered her perfect life and left her begging for mercy. I'm a 28-year-old woman, and I never imagined my own sister would be the one to tear apart everything I cherished. But here we are. Let me take you back to the beginning, because this pain has been gnawing at me for years, and I need to let it out. My sister, who I'll call Emily, is 30 now. Growing up, she was always the golden child in our family. She was the pretty one, the smart one, the one who could do no wrong. I was the awkward younger sister, constantly in her shadow, struggling to keep up. Our parents adored her, giving her extra allowance, nicer clothes, even a car for her 16th birthday while I got a bus pass. Back then, I didn't resent her for it. I loved her. We were close, or at least, I thought we were. Fast forward to 5 years ago. I was 23, fresh out of college, and had just gotten engaged to my boyfriend of 3 years, Alex, who was 25 at the time. Alex was incredible, kind, funny, ambitious. He worked in marketing, while I was starting my career in graphic design. We were planning a beautiful, intimate wedding. Emily seemed thrilled for me, or so I thought. She helped me pick out my dress and even threw me a bridal shower. But looking back, there were red flags. She'd make little comments like, "Are you sure Alex is ready for this? He seems like he could do better," always with a laugh that never reached her eyes. I brushed it off as sisterly teasing. Then, 2 months before the wedding, my world shattered. I came home early from work one day and found Emily and Alex in our bed. Naked. Entangled. That image is seared into my memory forever. I screamed, threw things, and Alex just stammered apologies while Emily smirked. She actually smirked and said, "Oh, come on, sis. You didn't really think he'd choose you over me, did you? I've always been the better option." I was utterly devastated. That night, I called off the wedding, kicked Alex out, and confronted Emily in front of our parents. But instead of support, my mom said, "Emily didn't mean it, she's just going through a rough patch after her breakup." My dad chimed in, "Family forgives, honey. Don't make this bigger than it is." They took her side. Emily played the victim, crying about how lonely she was and how Alex pursued her. Absolute nonsense. Later, I found texts proving she'd been flirting with him for months, sending nudes, planning meetups behind my back. She did it deliberately, out of jealousy, because for once, I had something she didn't, a stable relationship and a future. I cut them all off. Moved to a new city, blocked their numbers, and started therapy. It took me 2 years to rebuild my life. I got a better job, made new friends, even dated a little. But the anger never fully faded. Emily didn't just steal my fiancé, she sabotaged my happiness out of pure spite. She spread rumors to our extended family that I was unstable and that's why Alex left me for her. Then, just 6 months after our would-be wedding, they got married. She plastered photos everywhere with captions like, "Finally found my soulmate, sorry not sorry." That's when the seed of revenge was planted. I wasn't going to let her win. I started small, gathering information. I created fake social media accounts to watch her life unfold. At first, Emily and Alex seemed happy, new house, fancy vacations, her starting a boutique business with his support. But cracks began to show. Alex's job promotion slowed, and Emily's boutique struggled. I dug deeper and discovered she had a history of this behavior, stealing boyfriends in high school, sabotaging friends' opportunities. One of her ex-friends even messaged me anonymously after seeing my old posts, saying Emily had done the same to her. My plan took shape over time. I wasn't in a rush, revenge is best served cold. First, I focused on myself. I got fit, advanced in my career, and became a senior designer at a top firm. But secretly, I plotted. Step 1. Infiltrate their circle. I befriended one of Emily's coworkers through a mutual hobby group online, yoga forums, innocent enough. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah despised Emily, saying she was a backstabbing boss who took credit for others' work. I fed Sarah little tips anonymously at first, like how to document Emily's shady business practices. Emily was cutting corners, using cheap materials for her luxury boutique items, and lying to customers. Sarah started collecting evidence, and I encouraged her subtly, never revealing my identity. Then, I escalated. Remember those texts I found years ago? I had backups. I anonymously sent them to Alex's work email, timing it perfectly before a big presentation. He freaked out, confronted Emily, and their marriage hit rocky waters. But that was just the appetizer. Emily's boutique was her pride. She bragged about it constantly. I discovered she was embezzling from her own business, funneling money into personal accounts to fund her lifestyle. How did I find out? Sarah slipped me financial documents after she decided to quit. I didn't hack or do anything illegal, it was all through connections. I compiled a dossier and anonymously tipped off the local business bureau and her investors. The investigation began quietly. Meanwhile, I worked on the personal side. Emily had always been vain about her looks. I found out she was cheating on Alex with a guy from her gym. Ironic, isn't it? I hired a private investigator, legit, expensive, but worth it, to get proof. Photos, timestamps, the works. But I didn't send them to Alex yet. No, I saved that for later. The big blow came last year. Emily announced on social media that she was pregnant, her miracle baby after struggles. That stung, because she'd mocked me for wanting kids someday, but I used it. Through Sarah, I learned Emily was still drinking and partying during early pregnancy, hiding it. Not my place to judge, but it was leverage. I anonymously sent the pie's cheating evidence to Alex, bundled with her financial misdeeds. He exploded. He divorced her, took half the assets, or what was left after the boutique scandal, and fought for custody. Emily's life crumbled. Her boutique shut down amid lawsuits from customers and investors. She lost friends, and our family finally saw her true colors when the evidence leaked. I made sure it did, through anonymous posts in family group chats. My mom called me crying, "How could you do this to your sister?" I laughed and said, "Do what?" I haven't spoken to her in years. Plausible deniability was key. But it wasn't over. Somehow, Emily figured out it was me. Maybe Sarah slipped, or she connected the dots. She started harassing me, calls from burner phones, showing up at my old address. I'd moved again, even slashing tires on what she thought was my car. That's when I got a restraining order. Court was glorious. I presented everything, calm as ice, while she ranted about how I ruined her life out of jealousy. The judge sided with me, ordering her to stay away. Now, she's alone, broke, fighting for her kid, and our parents are begging me to forgive and help. Nope. Revenge feels sweet, but honestly, Reddit, am I the asshole for orchestrating all this? She destroyed me first, I just returned the favor tenfold. What do you think? Update 1 to 2 months later. I'm back, 2 months after my original post about how my sister Emily sabotaged my life and how I dismantled hers in revenge. Wow, the responses were intense. Some of you called me a hero, others said I went too far. I get it, revenge isn't pretty, but neither is betrayal. Things have escalated since then, and I need to vent and update you because it's getting crazier. After the restraining order, I thought it would be over. Emily backed off physically, but she didn't stop. She started a smear campaign online, creating fake accounts to post about how I was the psycho sister who framed her for everything. She even doxed my work info, leading to a few weird emails at my job. My boss was cool about it, but it infuriated me. So, I doubled down. I had more ammo from the pie. Turns out, Emily's gym affair wasn't her only one. She had a side hustle as an influencer barely, with like 5,000 followers, but she was scamming sponsors by faking engagement. I anonymously reported her to the platforms and her sponsors with evidence, screenshots of bot purchases and fake reviews. Her accounts got suspended, and sponsors demanded refunds. That hit her hard, it was her last income stream. Alex, her ex, reached out to me unexpectedly. Not to apologize, no, he was furious. "You bitch, you ruined my life too," he yelled over the phone. Apparently, during the divorce, my leaked evidence made him look like a fool at work, and he got demoted. I hung up and blocked him, but not before recording the call, legal in my state. I sent it to his lawyer, who was handling custody. Did it help Alex's case? Maybe, but it weakened Emily's even more. Our parents got involved again. My mom showed up at my door unannounced. How she found my new address, I don't know, probably through Emily. She was in tears. "Please, honey, Emily's depressed, the baby's coming soon, she needs family. What you did was cruel." I let her in for a minute, just to hear her out. Big mistake. She started guilt-tripping me. "We raised you better than this vengeance nonsense. Forgive her, she's your blood." I snapped. "Blood? She slept with my fiancé, Mom. You sided with her." We argued for an hour, her defending Emily, saying it was a mistake and that I overreacted by destroying her business and marriage. I kicked her out, telling her not to come back unless she apologizes for enabling Emily all these years. But here's the real twist, Emily's not actually pregnant. Or at least, not anymore. I found out through a distant cousin who still talks to her. She miscarried months ago but kept up the facade for sympathy and to manipulate Alex into delaying the divorce. When he found out, thanks to my leaks, he went nuclear, accusing her of fraud in court. She's facing perjury charges now, or so I've heard. It's messy. I've been laying low, but Emily sent me a letter through a friend, skirting the restraining order. It was half apology, half threat. I'm sorry for what happened, but you've gone too far. Stop, or I'll make sure you regret it. Regret it? She's the one regretting now. I burned the letter and reported it to the police. Reddit, this revenge is consuming me. Part of me wants to stop, but she keeps pushing. Am I the asshole for keeping it going? Or should I let karma handle the rest? Update 2 to 4 months after original. I can't believe I'm back with another update on the Emily revenge saga. Things have gone from bad to worse for her, and now it's hitting me too. Buckle up, this is a long one. After the letter, Emily violated the restraining order in a big way. She showed up at my workplace, screaming in the lobby about how I stole her life and framed her. Security escorted her out, but not before she caused a scene. My coworkers were whispering for days. I pressed charges for the violation, and she got arrested, spent a night in jail. Her mugshot? Priceless. I didn't leak it, but someone did. It's circulating in our old hometown circles. Court for the restraining order violation was a circus. Emily's lawyer tried to paint me as the aggressor, saying my harassment campaign provoked her. But I had evidence, timelines, witness statements from Sarah, the PI reports. The judge wasn't buying it. Emily got probation, community service, and an extended restraining order. She can't come within 500 feet of me or my work or home. But revenge has consequences. My parents disowned me. My dad emailed, "You're no daughter of mine if you keep this up." Emily's suffering enough. Fine by me, they've been toxic enablers forever. What hurt more was extended family piling on. Aunts and uncles called, saying I'm vindictive and need therapy. One cousin even said, "She took your man, get over it." Revenge makes you ugly. Ugly? Maybe, but satisfying. Emily's life is in shambles. Her boutique scandal led to a lawsuit from former employees. Sarah led the charge with a class action for unpaid wages. She's bankrupt, living with our parents now. Alex has full custody of. Wait, no baby, remember? The pregnancy was a lie from the start. She faked tests to trap him longer. He discovered that during the divorce proceedings, and now she's under investigation for fraud. I thought that was peak revenge, but then Emily flipped the script. She started therapy, court-ordered, and is now reformed, according to her new social media accounts she made under aliases. She's posting about overcoming toxic family and subtly shading me as the abuser. Some people are buying it. Old friends messaged me, asking if I really did all that. Then, the bomb dropped. Emily contacted my exes. Yes, guys I've dated since Alex. She found them online and told them lies, like I have a history of revenge plots and mental issues. One guy I was seeing ghosted me after her call. That's when I realized she's counter-revenging. Sneaky stuff, anonymous tips to my boss about unprofessional behavior, fake reviews on my freelance portfolio. I confronted her indirectly, through lawyers. My attorney sent a cease and desist. But she's smart, nothing traceable. Now I'm paranoid, checking my accounts, securing everything. On a positive note, I've met someone new. Let's call him Jake, he's 29. He's sweet, knows the whole story, and supports me. But Emily found out about him, how, I don't know, and sent him a message, "Run while you can, she's crazy." Jake laughed it off, but it's stressing me out. Reddit, am I in over my head? This revenge cycle feels endless. Part of me wants to expose her lies publicly, go full nuclear with a blog or something. But is that too far? I need advice. Update 3 to 7 months after original. I'm shaking as I write this update. The revenge war with Emily has reached a boiling point, and I don't know how much more I can take. If you're new, my sister stole my fiancé, ruined my wedding, and I systematically took apart her life in retaliation. But now, she's fighting back hard, and it's getting dangerous. After the last update, Emily amped up her attacks. She hacked my email, or at least, someone did. I woke up to changed passwords, deleted files, and weird logins from her city. Nothing illegal was proven, but I know it was her. She leaked old private photos, not nudes, but embarrassing ones from our teens, on forums, tying them to my name. My professional reputation took a hit. A client dropped me over reliability concerns. I reported it to the police, but they said without proof, it's hard to act. I hired a cybersecurity guy to lock things down, and he traced some IPs back to a library near her. Close enough for me. In response, I went on the offensive again. Remember her reformed persona? I dug into her therapy claims. Turns out, she skipped sessions and lied to the court. I anonymously tipped the probation officer with records obtained legally via public requests. She's now facing jail time for violation, up to 6 months. Our parents are furious. My mom called from a blocked number. You're going to put your pregnant sister in jail? Wait, pregnant? Again? Turns out, Emily is actually pregnant this time, with the gym guy's kid. She announced it dramatically, using it to garner sympathy as a struggling single mom fighting a vengeful sibling. People are even donating to her Fund me. That's when I lost it. I compiled everything, the original betrayal texts, PI evidence, financial fraud documents, her fake pregnancy lie, the hacking attempts, and sent it anonymously to her donors, her new boyfriend, and local news. A small blog picked it up, Local Influencers' Web of Lies Exposed. It went viral in our area. Donors pulled funds, her boyfriend dumped her, and her probation hearing got expedited. Emily snapped. She showed up at Jake's work. How she found him, God knows, begging him to warn me to stop. Jake called the cops. She got arrested again for violating the restraining order. In court, she broke down, sobbing to the judge, "She's destroying me. I just want peace for my baby." The judge was sympathetic but firm, sentenced her to 3 months in jail, suspended if she completes anger management and maintains no contact. But here's the cliffhanger: while she was out on bail, Emily vanished. No one's seen her in days. Our parents are panicking, calling me nonstop. "What did you do? Where is she?" I swear, I didn't touch her. But the police are involved now, questioning me because of our history. Did she run? Hurt herself? Or is this her final revenge play, framing me for something worse? I don't know. Reddit. This revenge has spiraled, and now I'm terrified. What if she's planning something big? I'll update soon if I survive this. Update 4 to 8 months after original. I'm back, Reddit, and holy crap, the plot twists in this revenge nightmare just keep coming. If you missed the last update, Emily vanished after her latest arrest and probation mess, leaving everyone, especially our parents, freaking out and blaming me. The police questioned me twice, treating me like a suspect because of the restraining order and our history. I lawyered up immediately, showed them all the evidence of her harassment, and they backed off, but it was incredibly stressful. Jake was my rock, staying over every night in case she popped up like some horror movie villain. Days turned into a week with no sign of Emily. Her pregnant and desperate GoFundMe was still up, raking in sympathy donations even after the exposé, but people started asking questions when she went radio silent. Our parents were blowing up my phone. I unblocked them temporarily for info. "If you know where she is, tell us. This is your fault." My dad even accused me of driving her to suicide in a voicemail that made me sick to my stomach. I didn't respond, but it planted doubts. Had my revenge pushed her too far? Then, the breakthrough. Police tracked her phone to a motel 2 states away. She hadn't run or hurt herself, she was hiding out, plotting her next move. Turns out, Emily had been busy during her disappearance. She stole my identity, used my old info from family records to open credit cards in my name, racking up thousands in charges for hotel stays and online shopping. The fraud alerts hit my accounts, and that's how they found her. She was living it up, buying designer stuff and even booking a flight to Mexico, all while framing me as the unstable one who'd flee the country. When they arrested her, she played the victim card hard. My sister forced me into hiding. She's been tormenting me. But the evidence was damning. Receipts linked to her IP, security cams showing her at ATMs. In interrogation, per the police report I got access to through my lawyer, she confessed partially. "She ruined my life first. I just wanted her to feel what I felt, alone, broke, betrayed." It was all revenge on her end too, mirroring mine. Ironic, isn't it? She admitted to the hacking, the identity theft, even planning fake evidence to make it look like I'd harassed her. Court was epic. This time, it was federal-level stuff because of the identity theft across state lines. Emily showed up looking gaunt, her baby bump visible, pleading for leniency. "I'm pregnant, Your Honor." I was scared. My sister has been stalking me for years. Her lawyer tried to spin it as mutual destruction, but I took the stand. Calm and collected, I laid it all out with timelines and proof. She started this by sleeping with my fiancé and sabotaging my wedding out of jealousy. I fought back legally, but she's escalated to crimes. The judge ripped into her. "Miss Emily, your actions show a pattern of malice and deception. Pregnancy doesn't excuse felony fraud." She got sentenced to 18 months in prison, with mandatory therapy and restitution to me for the identity theft damages. No suspended sentence this time. The judge called her a flight risk after the fake disappearance stunt. As they led her away, she locked eyes with me and mouthed, "This isn't over." Chills, Reddit. Our parents were in the gallery, sobbing. My mom approached me after, "How could you let this happen? She's carrying your niece or nephew." I shot back, "How could you let her destroy me and still defend her? This is on her, not me." My dad just shook his head and walked away. I think that's the last I'll hear from them. On my end, the revenge feels complete. The identity theft mess is being cleaned up, my credit's protected, and work gave me time off to deal with it. Jake and I are stronger. He proposed last week amid all this chaos, and I said yes. No big wedding this time, just us and close friends. But Emily's words haunt me. Prison might break her, or it might fuel more hate. Am I finally free, or is this just a pause in the cycle? Update 5 to 14 months after original, final. I promised I'd update if anything major happened, and well, here we are, 1 year after Emily's sentencing, and this revenge saga has finally reached its endgame. Buckle up, it's emotional, and yes, there's dialogue because that's how it went down. Emily gave birth in prison, a healthy boy. She named him after our dad, probably to pull at heartstrings. Our parents visited her regularly, updating me indirectly through a cousin since I still have them blocked. They tried to guilt me into contributing to a baby fund, but I shut that down. She made her choices, I'm not funding her consequences. My mom's response via text, "You're heartless. That baby is innocent." Maybe, but so was I when she torpedoed my life. About 6 months into her sentence, Emily requested a meeting through the prison's mediation program. My lawyer advised against it, but curiosity won. I went, with Jake waiting outside. She looked different, thinner, no makeup, in a prison jumpsuit. No smirk this time. We sat across a table, guards nearby. "Sis," she started, her voice shaky. I get it now. What I did to you was wrong. I was jealous, always have been. You were building something real with Alex, and I couldn't stand it. I wanted to hurt you like I felt hurt, invisible next to you growing up." I stared, stunned. "Invisible? You were the golden child. Parents gave you everything." She laughed bitterly. "Yeah, and the pressure crushed me. One slip up, and I'd lose it all. You were free to be you. When you got engaged, it snapped something. I seduced Alex to prove I was better. But it backfired. Then your revenge. It broke me. The business, the marriage, now this." Tears streamed down her face. "I'm sorry. Truly. For the wedding, the lies, the counterattacks. Prison's making me face it, I was a monster. I didn't buy it at first. Is this another play? Sympathy to get out early?" "No," she insisted. "Therapy's real here. I've lost everything. Friends, freedom, my son, he's with mom and dad. I don't blame you for fighting back, I deserved it. But please, stop the cycle. For the baby. Visit him? Be his aunt?" Emotions hit me hard. Anger, pity, exhaustion. "You destroyed my trust, Emily. Years of pain. But, yeah, the kid's innocent. I'll think about it." We talked more, her admitting to every sabotage, from high school boyfriends to spreading rumors. It was cathartic, hearing her own it. I didn't forgive outright, but I said, "This ends here. No more revenge from either side." She nodded, crying. "Deal." Outside, Jake hugged me. "You okay?" "Finally, yeah. It's over. Emily's getting out in 4 months on good behavior. Our parents say she's changed, planning to rebuild without drama. I've unblocked them and even visited the baby once. He's a cute kid who doesn't deserve our mess. As for me? I married Jake in a quiet ceremony, got promoted at work, and therapy is helping me let go. Revenge was satisfying, but closure feels better. Reddit, was I the asshole for playing the long game? Maybe. But she started it, and I ended it. No regrets. Thanks for the support. I'm signing off this saga for good.